Hopefully everything is working properly. Time will tell. All right. Yeah, well, hopefully everything is working properly. It's like maybe we're not getting sound here for some reason. So potential technical difficulties. We'll see here. Hopefully nothing major. So let's see. Oh, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. These are fine. What about now? Sound coming through here. For some reason, that's really getting very much done.
Witches.
Shall
she would protect you from your enemies, whilst I would rather that you slay them and be done.
Oh. The war is on.
Hey, welcome. Good to have you back. Is my audio okay? Voice and volume.
Peace and quiet. Darkness.
I think maybe. Can you hear me? Alright, how about now? I don't know if that did anything. We'll see. Signs point to no. Is this right? What about now? Oh, is it maybe? Maybe am I talking? Can you hear me? Very strange. Okay, whoops. Yeah, I'm very quiet. I don't know why it's doing that. What the frack? Oh dear. I'll just start this nonsense over, probably. I don't know, maybe that's gonna help. I hope so. Very slightly better. I'm not sure It's so strange. It seems that the Supergiant games specifically, well, this and Bastion so far, both have odd. Now we can't hear the game. Okay. Great. So weird. I don't know what is happening. Okay. What about now? Is there sound? No volume on the game still. Well, shit. What the crap? What about now? What the frack? Why is this happening? Maybe I can adjust levels here. All right. All right. Oh wow, it's really loud now. No music. I don't think there is music in that room. What about? Is there any at this point? Can you hear any? Are you hearing the game at all? Whoops, I need to pay attention. Okay. That's interesting. I turn the music off without. No? It's turned on. Alright. What's this? I'll figure it out in a second. Well, I'll try to figure it out in a second. So yeah, cool. Okay, good. I think there is just low music. I can adjust the game volume too. Let's see here. Well, the stream volume rather. I think it's all the way up in the actual game. Well, this is actually almost all the way up already. I don't know. I'm not sure what's up with these games. For some reason, they're just quiet and they have trouble. I always have to change all my audio settings whenever I play one of the Supergiant games. I don't know why that is. Alright. Hopefully this is good enough. Anyways, we're not very far. Oh, good grief, Sasha. Yeah, I would imagine. You need to be careful, buddy. We're very, very early in the game. Tried a few times to get out. Haven't made it too far. Right now I'm going mostly for like keys and darkness. So I want to unlock weapons and I want to unlock abilities in the mirror, which are your permanent upgrades.
Hello, Your Highness.
Hello, sir.
We gotta talk to Sisyphus.
Now you be careful out there, Highness. The kindly Megara is out for blood. She kept on groaning about the last exchange between the two of you. You must have showed her good.
I think I might have gotten lucky.
Well, just kind of want to get all the darkness I can get.
Makes sense to me.
Cheers, mate. Hey, sir, I thought this might
We're
be
gonna
easy
throw
going
some
for
bribery at dude.
Now hold a moment, Highness. I cannot accept something like this.
Thanks for that, sir.
Oh, we hadn't gotten his item yet. Well, that's cool. Eventually, you can start talking to Boldy over here. That's pretty awesome.
Farewell, Highness.
Oh yeah, I still haven't checked. Is that like all I have? Okay, so I pierce an armor break on my volley. Right. Yeah, so I have very few abilities right now. Let's see what Poseidon's got for us.
Cheers to fate.
You found me, little nephew, strewn among the inventories of that most disturbing river boatman. That means you win my blessing.
Character volume is low. I fear it's as good as it's gonna get. I don't know what to. Let me see. I wonder why this is happening. Yeah, it's all of it's turned all the way up. I'll check a couple in-game settings again. Oh my. Well, these are all delightful, but I have to take this Ocean's Bounty. Thank you for letting me know about that. Let's see. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, see, everything is turned all the way up. I don't know. Hopefully, we'll just have to make do. Everything will work out fine. It'll be fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. No, I appreciate it. I wish I knew how to fix it. I don't know why these games are so difficult in terms of setting up the audio.
This time.
We'll figure that out eventually. Hopefully you can help me with that. Oh, it's Miss Murder.
How about no? No murder. No.
I'm not down with the sickness. Whoops, stayed a little bit long, got a little greedy there. I wanted my free shotgun action.
Not good.
I have been playing on. I have another account on my Switch that's much further. Like I started this just recently for the express purpose of streaming it, and I'm significantly further in that. So this is early on where I have almost no abilities. Very few things are unlocked. Oh shoot! I kind of need to remind myself. There are some things that I cannot do and should not do that I've gotten used to doing. Oh dear! Like that was really terrible. That's a terrible waste. Oh wow! I'm gonna die right here if I'm not careful. Ooh. Yeah, it takes. Yep. Well, I died. Sure, definitely. That would be helpful. I was just thinking about how
Disturbing.
you get an ability later on from the mirror with your darkness that allows you to, anytime that you pick up the darkness, you get healed a bit. And I've definitely become really dependent in my runs in my other file on getting healed from darkness. So yeah, I have to remember, like, that's not a thing that's happening yet. In fact, I'm not sure. We have hardly anything in the mirror unlocked. I don't think.
Must mean you've been accused of murder. A most heinous crime designed to understand. Well, I hope you clear your name. Or whatever those mortals do about that stuff.
Whoops.
Cheers.
Let's see.
The sealed weapons by your chambers. Your father won't observe their absence, I don't think. They remind him of a time he stood together with his brothers and sisters. He wants nothing more to do with any of that. I think it's fitting you've inherited their power.
So it's low, but it is still coming through, right?
Sealed away the Titans. Maybe it's a power that can break me out of here. Thank you for helping me, Achilles.
We have 3 nectars. Welcome back to the store, Sasha. I don't recall who all I have gotten items from yet, so I should probably look at that. That's important.
How's it going? Excellent.
Oh, so we've gotten quite a few. See, Skelly, Meg, Charon, Thanatos, Nyx, Achilles, Cerberus. Okay. So yeah, doing well in this regard. I wasn't sure, couldn't remember. So giving all the people in this game a nectar for the first time will get you their keepsake. And then after that, you continue to do it to build up relationships with them and get a bunch of fun dialogue. All right, cool, good. Yeah, I'm sorry it's so low. I wish it weren't, but at least it does work. Alright, so what's our weapon du jour? Oh, it's the gun and it's not unlocked yet. Oh, we only need 1 key. Oh man. Can I like buy a key or something somehow? I don't think I can yet.
What's new?
Almost. I mean, like, I could. I don't have any jewels. Well, shucks.
Not enough
That's too
jump stones.
bad. That would have been fun. And I have no fish to give to the chef.
You called upon your humble court musician, as I understand, Lord Hades, sir. Referring to myself, of course.
Well, Orpheus, if you're quite finished with your little stint within the depths of Tartarus, I'd like to ask again. Play us a song already. Or else next time I'll not be quite so charitable with your punishment.
It's especially a shame, you know, and the
Oh,
voice
that.
acting's so good.
I must apologize again, Lord Hades, sir, for I'm afraid that I've no wish to sing as yet, in spite of your persuasiveness even. And that, is my final word upon the subject at this time.
Oh well. I guess it just means we'll have to focus less
that
on
so?
that.
Why then I'll go ahead and wait. Have all the patience in the world.
He's in trouble.
At the end of the day, I'm just here to kill stuff and get stronger. Yeah. And the videos will be up for a while. People always want to go back and look. I try to leave at least enough time that they can read it. But I probably will skip along with some of that stuff just because it takes a while.
Do you know anything about a softly spoken gentle being under the guise of chaos? They approached me recently and offered me a boon of sorts.
Primordial chaos. Indeed, I know them well. They must have taken interest in...
And I still, you know, one thing too, I should understand better, but I don't. I haven't looked into it and done any research. So I'm not really sure
Turns out that I may be stopping back from time to time like this.
how
Please don't bother picking up my robe.
building up
I won't be staying
relationships further with people affects things.
Sure.
Beyond giving them that first nectar, I'm not sure what the point is. I think it's mostly just to experience more story stuff. Some of it you probably have to do in order to unlock things and progress, I would imagine, but yeah, I'm not sure exactly how they're connected. Unfortunately, it looks like I will not be able to acquire a key.
Do anything.
So can't kill two birds with one stone. That stone is locked off, so no birds are dying. Damn fake non-existent birds. Alright, we will... Well, for now, I think we're just going to go ahead and start with more starting money.
Ready, I
Just
think.
to help these early runs a little bit. Because in the beginning, especially, I'm so incredibly weak. Don't really have a whole lot in terms of itemage. So, you know, it's kind of helpful.
Twin fists of Malphon. Our strength combined
Rely on
surely
money a
cannot be
little bit
stopped.
more, and
use the
the
fists.
items from the shops are really good. Some really large bonuses, like, you know, just like straight up 30 or 40% attack, and like 40 upwards, I think 50, maybe even higher percent damage on like your special stuff like that. Like it really adds up. It's really powerful early in the game. Right now, even a decent combo would be for me to take the Bone Hourglass, which that gives me more time, more duration on the items that I would buy from the wells. So that helps my money, stretches my money out further. Which reminds me, there's a who do I get the coin purse from? I forget. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the Dodge. Oh, you know what? Here's an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and try this. This is probably terrible. I'm probably gonna fail at it. But yeah, this is kind of a cool item. As long as I kill every enemy in each encounter quickly enough, I will get a permanent bonus. It gives me a permanent passive dodge bonus that remains on this item. The problem is I can't take it off or I lose it. So if I want to do this, I'm going to do it now. And the gloves that I'm wearing, their passive ability also is that they are... Oh, actually, they might not do anything yet. They will give me a passive dodge ability, which is kind of cool. And I don't feel like talking to Skelly. We're just going to go. We're just going to see how this goes. Probably not well. Fair warning. See how kind the gods are. Ooh, I could start out with a hammer, though. That's a good start. Oh, wow. Okay. These are all kind of cool. I kind of want to do this, even though I think it's the worst choice. It just sounds like a lot of fun to do a flying double kick. But this, basically, I think this is going to make it so I have like a Hadouken, which that's pretty cool. And concentrated knuckle is really good. Like this is probably the strongest choice overall. It just giving me that stacking straight up flat base damage is really huge. Like that's really powerful. And the knuckles attack quickly, especially if I get more abilities to increase my attack speed. Like this would become really ridiculously powerful, probably. But this is gonna be a lot more funny. So we're gonna go around and fly and kick people. Oh, it's a bicycle kick. That's awesome. I regret nothing. So there's that key that we wanted right there. I need to be using my cast more often, especially right now because I'm so weak. One thing it's easy to forget, especially early in the game. The cast, even normal cast, when you don't have anything augmenting it yet, any boons, it still does a lot of damage. Like, it hits really hard. And I also have abilities that make it so it debuffs enemies, you know. So if I shoot that into them and then hit them, it weakens them. They take more damage. I think I have that ability going right now. Pretty sure. Chaos. I don't know if I've given him one yet, but I'm gonna pretend I haven't.
Everyone makes offerings to my relatives upon Olympus. I wish to make an offering. To make attempts to tempt me with material things. You then appease in turn.
Okay, cool. I had not.
Master Chaos, thank you.
So the cosmic egg is pretty awesome. That makes it so if I have that equipped, I can go into the chaos portals to go here into Chaos's realm without the health penalty. Which, especially early in the game, like now, is very useful. Alright. So, what do we got here? 17% chance boons to be better. That's not... This is not too great right now compared to the others. Really, I should go with this, because we're trying to build up some of those permanent bonuses. Yeah, we want the keys. On the upside, we have enough keys now to unlock the gun, so that's our final weapon.
Louds.
Oops. Should not be getting hit by these guys there. Slow. Yeah, I'm liking this ridiculous flipping kick. This is good times. It's like Liu Kang's fatality from Mortal Kombat 1. Later on, when I get some more stuff on there, some gods give me some boons. That kick's gonna get pretty sexy, I'll bet. It's funny, yeah. I don't think I've gotten that ability on my main playthrough on the Switch, but I'm considerably further in, which that's kind of wild. It's one of the very few I haven't seen. Stupid mini boss. I'm going for it though. I want those keys. Well, yeah, we really want the keys. We want as many keys as we can get, because not only are we gonna unlock the gun, that's gonna eat up almost all of them that we have, but then also our Mirror of Darkness, or our permanent upgrade die. We need to use keys to unlock more things that we can upgrade, basically. More of that tree in the mirror. So they're a pretty hot commodity early in the game. You need them to unlock a lot of your important upgrades to customize your playthrough. Don't want to be standing on mines, that's not fun. Good way to have a bad time.
Thank the gods.
Oh, that was 2 keys, nice. They must have... there's been a major patch and then like some little tweak stuff that happened since I've really played this. And I don't think you could get multiple keys like that in these early places, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. In any event, it seems to happen a lot now, and it's pretty cool. I am actually going to go ahead and buy this. Hoping enemies will drop some extra life. Give us a little more.
Ready, lads?
Not... I have mixed feelings about Ares in general. I think right now he's not one of my favorites. Probably... there's some pretty cool Ares builds, I think, that I've played with, but I think that mostly they come in with some of the later aspects. On the weapons I don't have yet. However, it is pretty darn damaging early in the game. That is true. Wow, and this epic... I gotta do it. We're gonna be throwing slicey blades all over the place now. That's pretty helpful. It's one of those things where Ares is, I don't know, all these slicey blades, they're fun, kinda. Like, I think they get better later in the game. Early on, there's something that you can kind of play real safe and boring with, like This is a good example of how I think that they need to be paired. Whoops. Paired with some other stuff that comes later. Right now they kind of move too quickly and they don't last long enough, and they don't hit too terribly hard. On enemies that move decently quickly, they barely hit. Stuff like this, they devastate. Because it's mobile or has very little HP. So it just kind of cuts through them. Bosses too, sometimes, especially larger bosses and enemies, you can get cornered or get it where they're near a wall or a corner, so it bounces, and they're basically getting hit by it the whole time, back and forth. So it has its advantages.
The boon I got from Chaos has a new effect.
It's also one of those things where, you know, it's a kind of more of a damage over time. It's
That's good.
rapid, small hits. And early in the game, especially, that's a lot harder to buff. Well, we have to go for it, obviously.
You truly are an idiot, aren't you?
This is another example of how when you have that ability where whenever you pick up darkness, you get some of it in HP. It's really, really good. A lot of these treasure chests that are the ones that are darkness, you get healed for getting darkness, and then there's also ones that are life. So there's two different ways to get some HP from these.
Worthless wretches.
And, you know, it's fairly chunky.
That's better.
Yeah, 61 darkness right there. That's pretty awesome. And now we can get a pile full of gems to go with it.
Oh, good.
Handful of rocks.
Nice.
And a tasty fountain dip. It's always nice. Yeah, notably, okay, so that's good to remember. I just broke that, there was an urn over here that I broke that was sparkly and had gold in it. So that's good. That's actually something you have to unlock, which luckily I have. We're doing well. I would like to go over there and get darkness because, you know, we need it as currency. But I do have 150, so I'm going to go to the shop and see if we can buy something fun. Oh, hey, Zeus.
Thank you, mate.
Oh, I'm not happy with these choices. That makes me sad. But we can give ourselves Thunder Kick, which would be pretty amazing. The smart one at this point would probably be the actual just Lightning Strike on our attack. However, again, it's all about that kick right now. So now we have Thunder Kick, Wicked. Oh, hey, and another Zeus store, which is excellent. So we can hopefully augment our Thunder Kick even more. So our MO is we have giant spinning death blades that we throw, right? And then we Thunder Kick them. That's what we're rocking over here. So what do we got? Ooh. Your dash causes lightning bolt destruction. Alright. This is pretty awesome. So our feet, we just have like thunder feet like crazy. Just running around causes lightning to happen. And then we also have Wicked Thunder Kick. Well, I'm gonna pick darkness when it comes down to the two.
Out of my way.
Well, you gotta be careful. This is okay. This is one of my weaknesses. Not that I'm very good at this game, but any skill that I do have starts to go out the window really quickly when I start playing a build that has lots of dashing, like intentional dashing as a weapon. I start getting really carried away, and jumping onto traps repeatedly. So this is going to be really fun. Oh shoot! So yeah, these are where that thing I was talking about come in handy, the hourglass, because a lot of these are really large bonuses, right? And the duration is long. It's only at level 2, and it adds 6 encounters, so it's going to double both of these to make them 12 if I were rocking it. But as it is, not going to be purchasing anything. I actually got distracted thinking about my Thunder Kick and also forgot that I'm supposed to be leveling up my feather, right? So luckily I've actually been doing a decent job. We've got 4% already. So right now we have a permanent 4% dodge chance and move speed bonus. Hey, welcome. How you doing? Which is really cool. So we're going to try to keep that going. But again, I'm not very good at this, so we're probably not going to get too much out of it. Dodge is really good, though, because it is just complete damage mitigation. I mean, like, I just completely avoid all of the damage, the whole hit. So, yeah, dodge rocks. Alright, unfortunately I can't buy anything. However, I should go ahead and hook him up.
Thank you for helping me out with your supply.
Eventually, when your relationship with him is good enough, he will... Occasionally, there'll be a bag of like 300 gold sitting behind him.
You know what I like about you?
Doing well, definitely. I'm excited to be playing a new playthrough of this again. I have a game that's further in, but this one is early on, and it's kind of fun starting over now that I know more about the game.
That is not the type of flattery I'm used to. Yep.
What was I going to say about that? Yeah, I should have waited for her to get over here by the wall, and then I could have dropped that. That would have been much better play, but you know, I get excited. But that's one thing you have to be really conscious of, especially at this point in the game with the Ares blade. I don't have it built up at all yet either, so it's gonna move over her pretty quickly unless she's stationary. Oh, that's fun. Ah. Almost dodged it, sorta. We'll see. I forgot to look. I don't even remember if I beat the... I'm sure I probably gotten past the Hydra. I don't know if I've beaten Elysium or not, though. I wouldn't be surprised if I've not. I don't know. Maybe I haven't beaten Hydra. I really don't remember. I feel like I spent a lot of my time sitting there, messing with stuff and talking in the game clock, so I'm not really positive. It's annoying when she does this. One thing that Ares is good for, though. High Delio. Excellentio. Wonderful. Another dead fury.
You wouldn't dare.
Moving on.
Okay, so I really feel like I should not keep using this because I don't think I'm gonna do well enough here to get bonuses from it. However, that's not what this is about, and I'm gonna keep it going, even though it's a terrible idea. So right here you'll see in the middle, past the name Ignited Ichor, there is a scroll there. On the side it says Fated Choice. Basically there's a whole bunch of that stuff in this game where you want to get like everything. Once you've gotten all types, like I've already got Life Essence and Tinge of Erebus and stuff before. I've never gotten the Ignited Ichor. So I'm gonna go ahead and just buy it just because I need it ultimately, and why not? It'll be fun. It's just gonna make me run around like an idiot that much worse, and I'm gonna wind up in the lava twice as often probably. So I'll regret it on multiple levels, which will just add to the fun of the run. It's gonna be a real shit show, everybody.
This place has definitely seen better days. Or nights.
Good old game of Hot Foot. These little shits are annoying sometimes because they can go into the ground. I'll be right about to finish them off, and they'll pop back into the ground and then appear like on the other side of the map. Which, especially when you're trying to clear a room fairly quickly, is a real bummer sometimes, I gotta say. Good, it was still fast enough though. Down there on the left, you'll see I have a string of items. And the feather's at the very bottom. Right when I've killed the last enemy and it goes slow, if I get it, it'll go ping and flash, and the little 1% will pop up. So it's nice they clearly display that where you can see it. Let's see here. Well, I'm not a fan of my choices, but obviously I've got to build up the Thunder Kick more. We're gonna hope to get a few different things from Hermes here. Honestly, what would be really helpful, he has an ability called like Side Hustle, I think, that makes it so that every time we walk into a chamber, we get some money. So the earlier you get that, the better. In fact, I need to. Oh no, I'm using Hermes' boon right now. He's one of the few gods that his keepsake doesn't give you his boon. It gives you a special ability, which is clear this fast enough and get dodge and move speed. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, he's got some really good stuff, and that Side Hustle one is definitely really nice. I did not clear that fast enough to get the bonus that time. Straight up make my attack faster. So that's one I need for Fated Choice. I also need Hyper Sprint. What this does is, Sturdy is like a defensive state. Yeah, you take 30% less damage, and basically you have super armor. Your actions cannot be interrupted by taking damage. So you can be casting a spell or starting up a hit in a move, and enemies won't be able to knock you out of it by hitting you as long as you have that sturdy buff. It's a really good attribute, actually. Just that 30% less damage is really good. So, very, very tempted to take that. And I think that I will, actually, because of the whole Thunderfoot thing we got going on. Build around our dash and our kick as much as we can. And I can get a power up, or I can get money. I'm just gonna go with the money.
All aboard.
I want more money. It's all about that money, honey. Oh yeah, here's one of those urns I was talking about. So we unlocked the ability to get those. Right now though, we only have like lesser ones. I think there's either 2 or 3 levels that of money earned spawns that we want to unlock from the contractor. Back home. That's where most of the jewels wind up going, is to the contractor. The jewels and the diamonds. Some of them we're going to use to buy specialty items. In the beginning, we're going to need a lot of Titan's blood, because Titan's blood is what is going to allow us to kind of to use different aspects and to build up our weapons. Like the 6 different weapons each have 4 different aspects that change up their playstyle, and each of those aspects have levels. You can actually build them up, level them up, and they get stronger. Whoops, gosh darn it, I can't. Frickin' coin appears on the frickin' lava and I can't grab the damn thing. Oh, Aphrodite or Dionysus. These are 2 of my favorites. This is a tough decision. Do I not have an attack yet? I don't think I do. Yeah, so my normal attack right now, I don't have a boon on it. Dionysus would be kind of fun because it'd be like drunken boxing. And, you know, I could potentially get the application, so whenever I punch, it applies hangover to people, which is a damage over time stack. Then this one, Aphrodite, actually has like the highest damage modifier in the game of all of the boons. So if I get hers on my attack, it's gonna make it hit just super hard. I think I should just go with that. I think I will. I love Dionysus. He's my boy. But Aphrodite's pretty amazing. Both of them have some really good abilities. Oh, this is not good. We don't have... Okay, so this is unfortunate. This is like the worst thing to fight for our build. Crap. Because we don't have deflect at all. And the Ares thing and lightning is kind of slow on these guys in general. Oh my god, I'm so gonna die here. This is really. Also, there's lava everywhere, and this is like a run around like crazy build. So I'm just gonna like kill myself by running into lava repeatedly. Lava and fireballs. Yep, well, that was bad. So much for Thunderfoot. It was fun while it lasted. I should have been thinking about that. That boss is really a pain. If you don't have deflect, which I really didn't have any, that's what happens. I was not being safe.
Wow, you just barged into the witches' circle out in Asphodel and they just filled you full of all those...
I'll get right on that.
Your is not the wretched dead, and not your father.
We're going to take...
Underworld, it's
Well, I didn't give people time. I like it if they really want to, they can pause it later. We're going to take the gun, I think, regardless of what's happening.
Anything good? Don't have enough gemstones.
I don't have the ability to fish yet. Eventually, I'm going to be able to get the ability to fish over here, which will be nice. And every now and then, you'll just have a little fishing spot that pops up
Can you tell me something more?
just randomly in one of the zones.
I have a lot of questions.
And you trade those fish into the chef over here, and there he actually gives you really good stuff for them, like jewels and I think keys, nectar, and even diamonds, ambrosia, and Titan's blood. I think for like some of the greater.
Never mind.
There's like fish you can get like at the very end of the end of a playthrough. And yeah, the rewards are actually quite good. Oh good, we maxed that out already. So we're starting with those deep pockets. Yeah, so we can finally
Let's try it.
unlock the gun.
Annihilate all who oppose me.
So this thing is ridiculous. It's a machine gun with a mortar shot, right? And some of the later aspects of this thing are pretty ridiculous. Oh, sorry, Skelly. What do you want to talk to me
I
about?
think you could do a real number on one of these columns, holding up this place and bring the whole thing down in just a few swipes. Boom.
It's always best to talk to him when he's a pile of bones.
Architecture every chance I get. What's that one do?
Okay, so definitely not doing that. What I do think might be fun. Let's see here. I'm gonna do the drunk gunner, make everyone drunk and run away. And then of course we also have the ability now to jump into Chaos Gates without losing any life, which is good. It also of course makes Chaos's boons have a chance of being better, like most of the gods' trinkets do. There's several of them we need to get. We need to get Aphrodite. Okay, that's good to know. I should have given her some nectar. Aphrodite and Artemis and Athena and Ares. Let's see. Yeah, why don't we run around and try to shoot people and make them drunk? That sounds like a worthy endeavor.
Now how's my favorite underworld god surviving? Zag, you hope?
Alright, yeah, sure, why not? So we'll just go ahead and take straight up drunken strike. So our normal shot now
No, you don't.
is going to apply hangover status. Just like run around shooting people and getting them blasted. Like some kind of superhero.
Brimstones.
Some kind of damn superhero. Whoops, and I jumped right onto some damn spikes. Well played. Okay, do I want life? Or do I want money? Well, worst comes to worst, money can buy me a life, usually. That's how I figure. I mean, I should be not being quite so reckless. Doing more of this kind of thing. Carried away. One of the aspects that you get makes it so if you
What do we have here?
if you get into your own explosion, you absorb it, and it adds like a huge, I want to say like 30 or 40% damage bonus, like 7 seconds. It's completely insane. Oh, nectar. We need the nectar. Even more than the darkness. There's one of the hammers too that augments your weapon, makes it so your mortar shot is even larger, significantly larger. It's like a 30% increase or something to the radius, and it does more damage than it already does, which is significant. It's already a very large, big hit. And it also makes it so it can hurt you, which that's the really fun part. So that's a really ridiculous one I've played with before, and it's definitely fun. And I did definitely kill myself. Absolutely. You have to be real careful with that sucker. But I would like to see... I would love to do that build for fun, just to see how large you can get those numbers. Because it's a big boom. It's probably the single hardest, or at least it's one of the single hardest hits in the game. And if you could just stack all the boons that you could to just buff it just for straight numbers, you know, just big of a number, see how big you can get the number, I'll bet you could see some pretty impressive stuff. Let's see here. I am going to buy that, actually. And then we're going to take the shop route, too. Hope we can get something cool here.
Kieran's shop.
Ooh, yes. Oh, we want to... Is it not going to let me give her a gift? Shoot, I was hoping I could give a gift in the shop, but I don't think it's going to let me. Yeah, that's too bad. I wanted to nectar Athena here so we could get her keepsake.
Pleasure doing business.
Oh yeah, we're definitely taking the dash. Not only is it a fated choice, but it's just really good. Athena's dash is super, super good. It's good throughout the whole game, but I think it's especially good early on like this. Because now basically, see, whenever I dash, I have those shields all around me. That deflects projectiles. So that really, really helps.
Kieran, mate. I don't suppose you've given any further thought to my proposal to just, you know, ferry.
Yeah, he's unamused by my shenanigans.
Wasn't me.
We're having good luck with Sisyphus too, which is nice.
Hey, sir.
Hey, Prince. How goes the old escape?
You know, it's been alright, all things considered.
Oh, well, keep your chin up.
And also, we have like full life and everything, so... yeah, we'll try to...
Easy does it.
Thank you, mate.
At this point, a lot of the time, it's a good idea to just give him... to get darkness, because, you know, you need that for your permanent upgrades, but... I have a good feeling. I'm going to try. I'm actually going to try. Let's see if we can actually push this run decently far. Ooh, we have a hammer, too. That's exciting. That's very exciting.
Need to wait.
I hope we get something cool. Because this is actually the kind of build I have right now. Depending on what I get, I can actually play somewhat you know, pretty conservatively and safely, like I just did, and just kind of hop around and make sure everybody gets the nasty dot all over them. Everyone's drunk. So this is pretty cool. I have some good options on that note. This might be useful because my damage is very low and armor sucks, and everyone's going to have armor here in a second. This also would help me apply my stacks. And then this is also good, of course, because, you know, they're taking more damage. That thing is massive. It makes sure that they're still in it and they get hit by it more often because it slows them down. Like, all of these are good, really. I think... Man, that's tough. That's a tough decision. Like, I really don't know which one I want. They're all fun. I feel like this one's probably going to be the most bang for the buck, though. Gonna have, again, armor's gonna be everywhere, and it's a problem, and my damage is really low. So we're gonna go ahead and go with that. Ooh, hey, look, it's Zeus. Ooh, but before that, chance to get extra money, even still. So yeah, the treasure troves are also, we unlocked these just recently. Again, from the contractor. That's something that you open up the ability for them to randomly spawn. Definitely one of the things that you want to push for early on, because their rewards are very good. Like you can see here, this one, I didn't do too terrible, but I certainly didn't do great. It starts out at 100. I got 70 gold for that. Oh, sweet, right on. We'll have a good night, get some rest, and I appreciate it for sure. We'll catch you soon. Oh, this guy. This is one of the easiest mini bosses ever, and the one that I proved my ineptitude on the most. It's like, it doesn't do anything except move around and then shoot out lasers that reflect, right? That's it. And it's very predictable. And it's very easy to deal with. And yeah, I just get carried away on that one all the time. It is a really fun game. You should totally check it out sometime. I couldn't remember if I'd given Zeus one of these or not. I guess I had. Good to know. Wow, that's a big revenge. Now, of course, you know, the magic rule is that you don't really want to take revenge abilities, generally speaking, because you don't want to be getting hit, right? Now, of course, again, I'm not very good, so I'll be getting hit all the time. That being said, ideally, I'm not getting hit, ever. I am going to take it, though, just because, again, Fated Prophecy stuff. The faster you do those, the faster you can get a whole bunch of upgrades, because finishing them gives you big bonuses, typically in the form of jewels, diamonds, and darkness, you know, all of that stuff, all the currencies that you need to purchase upgrades, basically. Yeah, so we're going to avoid that boss, and we're just going to go for this darkness door, because... Again, we really need more of that right now, anyways. We want to push some progress a little bit, because we actually have a build where we we actually can potentially make some good progress. As long as I don't get too carried away. I feel as though the hangover damage, the drunkenness, I mean, even where I am in my other file, I feel like it's pretty good. I do feel like it kind of levels out. I think, like, at this point in the game, it's quite strong. Especially with the gun. Ow, shoot, like this. Because I can, you know, apply multiple stacks of it very quickly, right? Which is very nice. So that gives me a nice advantage, and it gives me the capability of kind of just dashing around and trying to stay safe and keeping multiple stacks applied while it just eats away their health. I mean, I know we're trying to push some progress here, but we gotta go for the Chaos Gate, right? We just gotta. It's not conducive to survival, but it is definitely, it falls in line with the fun directive, which is essential.
Darkness.
All right, what do you got for us, Papa Chaos?
It's yours to shape as you see fit, regardless of the fact.
Okay. Well, that would be terrible. Oh. Ooh, that last one. I don't know, I like a lot of this. That's a big, that Roiling Flourish. Holy heck. That's a big hit on that special, but we do need gems and darkness right now, right? I don't know. I think we gotta go for the big boom. I'm sorry. I mean, how can I turn away? How can I turn away an explosion like that? You know, I can't in good conscience. Alright, so decisions. I have enough money that I can do some reasonable stuff here. I do kind of want to get this Neptune on, though. Now we'll save our money for a second. Let's go for the Neptune, though. Boom. Then we get to a shop with more money. We have to fight the boss without anything, anyways. So.
Whenever Dionysus calls a feast, I'm turning up sooner or later.
Okay, that's gonna work. I was kind of hoping I would get a stronger one, but I did want to get Poseidon's Aid here. It's not the best, but it's all right. It's an all right summon. It's basically your super move. So my God gauge down there at the bottom under my life will fill up. With time, I think. I don't know exactly how it works by default. You get a bunch of abilities to affect it. But it fills up, I think, through doing and taking damage, mostly. And yeah, then I will basically, for like a second and a half, be able to... Okay, yeah, see, I can... Now, when I do my dash, I actually deflect. So when I'm fighting her this time, I can bounce these shots back at her, which actually does a pretty significant amount of damage. Should definitely notice a pretty substantial difference in the amount of... Whoops. Wow, that was bad timing. The amount of damage I've done to her. I am not playing very safe right now, though. I should gather up on my reins a little bit. See, if I just play safe and not do what I just did there. all I needed to do was keep that hangover applied to her and dash around. But I just, gosh darn it, I get so carried away.
Did Exegriff just shudder?
On the upside, she is down. We're gonna get decently large heal here from the fountain. We're also getting a tiny heal. We're getting 3 life every time we go through the doors. That's from one of the Mirror of Darkness abilities that we're rocking right now. Okay, so we started out summoning Dionysus. All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and slap on our Well of Charon, or Charon ability here. This, again, that's gonna greatly increase the duration. So now anything we buy here, like this is gonna be 9 encounters and 12 encounters instead of 6 and 3, right? It's really, really good. I'm gonna buy this, so for 9 encounters I have a good chance of people dropping health for me, which is wonderful. Actually, I'm just going to buy all of this. We need more gems always, anyhow.
So much for Tartarus.
And yeah, there's going to be a bunch of armored enemies here. So, may as well just try to tear through them as quickly as we can. And with Hermes, again, we're still kind of looking for a few different things. For one, he's our speed guy, so he's the one that's going to give us like faster attack, faster special, all that good stuff. Faster God Gauge fill, faster move speed, extra dashes, faster dashes. But he also, again, has the money boon. The earlier you get that, the better. It's still pretty good considerably later than this because it's literally every single room. Like, you get the lowest level of it gives you 10 gold every single room that you walk into. So that's really crazy. That adds up super fast. But especially if you get that really, really early in the game, you know, then it's really going to make a huge difference. It's going to be several hundred gold, all told.
Right already for my pop, haven't you, cuz? Wonderful guy. Don't get to spend a lot of time together, though. You know how that is. Well...
Also, he's just, you know, he's delightful. Yeah, so this here, you're getting, you know, an ability that just kind of auto charges your gauge for you. So, in addition to its other charging method, that's nice. Speeds up your special. I'm actually going to go with Second Wind here. This is whenever I use my call, which right now is my Poseidon, when I have the Poseidon wave that I ride. It gives me a massive dodge chance and move speed boost, and again, dodge is super good. This is 30% dodge chance. Freaking nuts. So I'm gonna go ahead and rock that sucker. It's also nice because that's just one of those passive background abilities that is just there, and it's not gonna get in the way of me powering up certain abilities and taking certain abilities that I still want. Because once you get, I think you can only have 4 different gods. I think once you have 4 gods, like other gods aren't going to appear anymore. And if you take, I think if you take certain types of abilities from a god, those same type of abilities from that god won't appear anymore. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but it's something like that. So sometimes you do want to straight up just avoid, you'll be like, oh, I don't want to use Ares at all in this run, or whatever. You know, make sure that you have room, or you'll intentionally avoid taking a certain type of boon because you want to make sure that you have room to get, like, oh, I want Aphrodite on my normal attack, for example. So you purposefully don't take any attack boons, you know, until you get the Aphrodite one, for example. And that might be a bad example, but there's something like that going on, is what I'm trying to say.
The searing flame and ashes of the river Phlegethon mean nothing to the ferryman Charon, who travels all the waters of the underworld bearing the dead.
I do enjoy dead people's fineries. No need to thank me, mate.
Gonna be a Karen about it. Oh, it's such a bummer when that happens. I'm just shy. I can't afford to get the pomegranate and the Zeus power, but I'm gonna go with Zeus and see what I can get here. Oh yeah, well that actually I'm glad I did. Not only is that faded, but static discharge is always fun. Now it's gonna be so any of my abilities that do lightning damage. It's also going to put a status on the enemy called Jolted, and how Jolted works is whenever they go to attack, if they have Jolted on them, then they get shocked and they take Jolt damage, basically. So that's our, oh yeah, I need to remember what I'm doing here, and that I'm like very squishy and weak. Try not to die miserably. I need to get a cast too, speaking of trying to up my chances. I still just got my normal little bloodshot here. Never actually got an upgrade to it. I do have to say, it's so much easier at this point in the game using a gun like this, like a dot, and the deflect on the dash. Like, this is a much noob friendlier build than what I was running in the previous ones, for sure. Yeah, and so that's one of the reasons that I like Poseidon, is it's really good for placement. Like, if you just use it in little bursts. I'm not letting my god gauge fill all the way up. I'm just using like one little burst of it, right? It's got 4 charges at max. But I'll use it especially as a gunner to move myself around. But also it's nice because I get to knock people into walls and stuff, and then they take massive damage from that. Especially in like corridors and hallways and stuff, you can kind of pinball them, and that's a really good way to kill, especially powerful enemies, rather fast. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna take this. So this is gonna make it so dealing and taking damage charges up our god gauge even faster, right? And that's really good for us again, because we can really use that Poseidon to great effect for positioning and for damage output. So we're just kind of running with that. We're definitely getting a lot of mileage out of that food chance for enemies to drop a food buff from Sharon or Karen as well. I really think that bone hourglass of his is one of the best items early on, just because again you just have so little. Certainly so little that's really potent, and the buffs from his items are just so large, because normally they only last like 3 or 6 rounds, you know. So having them for 12 or 15 or whatever it goes up to. Pretty ridiculous in a lot of cases. And they're also, they tend to be not very expensive, you know. I just thought of a fun idea for a run that I've never tried before. There's an item that makes it so anything that you don't have a boon on, like for example, if I didn't have, you know, any boon on my special right now, is unmodified, then it would have like an extra, I think, up to 80% damage, which is nuts, right? I wonder if you could run a build where you try to make it to the end of the game, specifically focusing on avoiding just one thing, just your attack or just your special, and then at the very end you pop that sucker on and get this massive damage boost off of it. Might be kind of fun to try out. To figure out the best way to use it though, I'm not sure what it would be. It seems like it's one of those items that it has potential, but it's hard to get the most out of it, really. You also, especially early on, you have so little control over like what you wind up getting a boon for, it feels like, at some point. You could definitely go out of your way, you know, like say that was a god that I just talked to right there. I could go out of my way to make sure I did not pick the attack boon, for example. But that could be a great detriment to myself, depending on what my choices were, you know. It's not like I can just opt to not take one of the boons. You have to take something whenever one of those drops. You don't get the choice of like not taking it, which is good. But it's important to point out that it's like, yeah, well, you can't just be like, well, I'm just not going to take one. And you can't leave the room either without taking the item. So they do force that on you. I do need more life, but I really want to go to the store. I hear they have a special running today. Oh man, I broke the golden rule though. You're not supposed to go to the store when you're hungry. Well, it looks like it's Zeus again.
Cheers, mate.
Nice. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're doing. So now whenever we do this, it also drops lightning bolts everywhere, which is super fun. Well, let's go ahead and buy some darkness because we can't afford the pomegranate slice. And off to the boss.
Big one, huh?
So this is one of those where if I'm not dumb and I'm patient, I'll be just fine, right? Like no problemo. Man, my damage is bad though. But yeah, it's gonna try to lure me into not being patient. I just need to be patient. Yeah, see that deflect just destroys. That's the best way to get good damage on these suckers. Their own shots. go. Whoa there. Whoa there, pilgrim. That's a quick. I like to use that Poseidon ability on this fight, particularly on these heads, just because to get out of this phase quickly, right? Because when you've just got the actual Hydra, you don't have a lot to work, especially with the gun. It's this kind of a build. You don't have a lot to worry about. I can just kind of stay out of range, right? But that middle part there, where you have all the other Hydra heads pop up, that can get out of hand if you're not careful, because they're all shooting projectiles all over the place, and you know you have to be a little wary of the stepping out of bounds here at the lava, whatnot. They also spawn enemies. Didn't come up a whole lot there. A lot of them died before they could, but they shoot little eggs out all over the place and spawn enemies that run around that are also pretty obnoxious. So yeah, you definitely want to just wreck all of that stuff as fast as you can. Now here, I would really, honestly, I would like to just keep rocking this because it's just so good. If I weren't going to, I would use the Acorn. It's only 3 hits. It should be fine. It'll be fine. The Acorn makes it so it just straight absorbs the first 3 right now instances of damage from the final boss of the act. If we get to, I will want this. I don't know if I'm going to make it that far. This is going to up my chances of getting that far by quite a bit. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick with it. I'm going to need all the help I can get. This is where it gets really... The difficulty spikes quite a bit right here. In my opinion, at least. I think it gets considerably harder from this point. This area is annoying because it has a lot of traps, and it has the enemies for the most part are pretty mobile, have a lot of HP, tend to also have a lot of armor. There's a lot of high armored, high life enemies that are mobile, and also many of them have projectiles. So it's kind of a combination of a lot of bad things. And then the area after this, of course, is just a nightmare because there's poison all over the damn place. And it's difficult to avoid at times. And it messes you up pretty damn quickly. Well, we have to go. Basically, right now, the rule is I see that Thunderbolt, I'm going for it just because I want to see what happens. I was kind of hoping to get a few more Crazy Zeus bonuses early on. Because, you know, like right now we've got... I haven't even been using it really. We've got our special Thunderbolt. And I think that's kind of it right now, isn't it? If you can get a lot of thunder effects on your special, it's pretty funny. But it doesn't look like that's going to pan out for us. We might wind up actually selling it, or I think we're gonna get one more chance. Well, we might get more than one more chance, but we're gonna get another chance to potentially sell it. You can actually sell bins in these certain wells. know. Might be looking at it, doing that. Because I don't know if that's going to help us at all. We'll see. We'll see what we get this time around. This could change everything. So. Well, that wasn't too great. But we're going to go ahead and stick with it. We'll go ahead and take Electric Shot because we're still rocking the normal, just our normal unmodified Bloodshot. Now we've got a little Chain Lightning Ball, which could potentially get quite good. Yeah, these chariot guys suck. I hate them so much. These little ones come at you and explode, which is also great. Oh my god. Oh, that was terrible. Well, I'm not doing a good job of being careful. I'll bet there's going to be a Styx here and I can't afford it. Nope, there is not. But going to buy that life essence for sure. Not going to buy anything else. Definitely not buying that Trove Tracker. We do not, or Tracer. We do not want to go into the Chaos Realm because we only have 67 life and it's going to cost us like 21 or 23 or something to do that. I really want the Hermes door, but I said that we're doing the Zeus thing, so Zeus it is.
Stand aside.
Well, that was satisfying. As was that. Oh wow, that was a lot of gold. You know, another hammer would be nice. Oftentimes there is one right at the beginning of this area. I think it's Elysium. But yeah, there was not this time, and I'm a little bummed about that. I would like another hammer, please.
Lord Zeus.
I want a better modification. Ooh, much larger area of effect on my lightning. Now see, this right here, it sounds cool. But I think a lot of the time it's not cool. It just sounds so incredibly impressive though. And it is +6 because it's epic. 2, 4, and 6 at this point. High voltage is actually the better choice, I think. But let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get some really crazy bounce fests. Alright, this is a bummer. The only things I could afford here would be a pomegranate, some darkness or gems, stuff like that. Or a heart container. But here I would just straight get a heart container, so we're gonna go get the heart container and save our money.
Glad I put in
oh hey, look.
Chamber in this area.
Lucky us. We got a respite. A respite into a bossy Zeus store. How sassy.
Within the delicately hewn constructions of Elysium exist places.
Is this really as
Aren't
good as
we
it
a
gets
lucky
from mortal
Chucky?
time?
Alrighty then.
The Bull of Minos.
Well, if it isn't the Bull of Minos.
Let us see if you are fit to face him once again.
Asterius is awesome.
You mean face both of you together, which doesn't seem particularly fair.
Life isn't particularly fair, short one.
He also hits very hard, so I would like to not do what I just did and take a battle axe. Ow, jeez. Wow. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember how to play here a little bit, sort of. Yes, it's very exciting. He does hit regrettably hard, though. I would like to not take too many of those smacks. Oh shoot, that was very dangerous, very risky. I did not mean to do. Ouch. Wow, things went downhill so quickly. Yeah, this is not good. I made a terrible mistake. Oh, hello. Oh no! Oh, that was so close. I am really not doing a good job of this right now. How do I put this without making myself sound like too much? Oh, Lord, that was real bad. Too much of a dumbass. He's very predictable and exploitable, and I'm just. Oops. Wow, like that right there was really unforgivable. I had to be anywhere but where I was. Oops. Oh well, still, pretty good run. We're making progress.
What? Slain by the Minotaur once more. Now he's a real beast there, isn't he? But tell me something. Any progress on that autograph request of mine?
Nope.
How did that happen before, huh? Yo, Dad.
Welcome home, boy. You're late for dinner. Or breakfast, or whatever, blood.
That's all right, Father. I'm not feeling very hungry at the moment.
Yeah, he's always enjoying it.
For the construction of a sundial, but every time they tell me no, can you believe it? Your impertinence with me inspires all.
Ooh, the contractor seems excited. Oh, okay, nice. So this actually is going to improve the fountains, which is nice. Well, it sounds like we're going to just have to go with this.
Contractor, work approved. You've done so much for us, House Contractor. Why don't you do a little something for yourself?
If that mess of a table enhances the
Very
contractor's
nice.
productivity, then so be it.
Yeah, so here's all the really, really cool stuff. Yeah, more money in those urns, more stuff in the troves. They go from 100 to 150. Now we also get, see, we're starting to get crossovers. Like we get money from these. These actually give us a palm level up, which is awesome. Getting gems off Dark Thirst. Here's our Darkness, Pitch Black. We got Life for Darkness. So, oh, I think they just changed something too. I was just talking about that, you know, how I would be getting all this life for the darkness. Well, that was from this one. It's like now that's giving you gems. I wonder if that was always how they wanted it to be and it was a mistake, or if it was a balance issue, it was too good. It's interesting. In any event, we can get this renovation now and improve the fountains, which is very nice.
You need not listen to him, contractor.
Also makes me want to do more Dionysus stuff, because he has an ability that allows you to basically every time you use a fountain you get all your life back for one, instead of healing for so much. It's a full heal. But also what it does is it gives you a permanent damage buff for every fountain. I think at the lowest level it's 3%. It's like 3%, 4%, 5%, and I think I've seen it go up to 6,
sometimes sounds wonderful, Dusa. Maybe
which is
tomorrow,
completely crazy.
I'm not getting out of here by then.
And that's per fountain, you know, and you get a fountain at the end of every zone. There's also, you can potentially get a fountain in the middle of Elysium, which I just did last time before I fought and died to Asterius.
It's no big deal. I mean,
Dusa?
So yeah, that can get pretty crazy, especially if you get that really, really early.
Within Elysium, you'll have to tell us all about it every time the greatest strike you down.
You've never been there, have you? It's...
How poetic. You could have visited as part of your responsibilities.
Yeah. Wonder where Nyx went.
In fact, that makes me feel as though we should... Ooh, hey. We should definitely be rocking a... Have good times with Dionysus. Everybody must get drunk. Copious amounts of alcohol, the most powerful weapon. Yeah, so see, we still need, here we need 20 more keys to unlock more abilities in the mirror. Right now I have 6.
I can't.
And I don't think we need them for anything else aside from trading at this point. Whoops. Just shoot him in the face the second I walk in, because yeah, we've already unlocked all of the weapons. And now we can do crazy stuff. Okay, so there's like red crazy glowy nonsense. Well, this is all of our different aspects now. This is where stuff starts getting zany, more fun. So this is our first aspect that we've already played with. I could pump things into it here, which is going to give it passive dodge chance. So these are actually quite good. When they're fully powered up, I think they give you like 30% or 35% dodge chance passively, which again, that's, you know, around a third of all incoming damage you just completely avoid. That's one of the best defensive abilities in the game, and it's just the passive attribute of this stupid weapon. So that's pretty darn cool. Now right here, there's also a couple of other aspects that if I pay the blood price, I can unlock them. So this one has like your uppercut has a magnetic pull to it that yanks enemies over to you. This one, the more of them you have, the more of your special uppercuts you hit with. So you kind of charge them up, and then you unleash all of them at once on an enemy. All of these are kind of neat. Even though this is the weapon du jour, now that we have the ability to start unlocking aspects.
I need the rail.
There's 2 things I want. So there's aspect of Eris here. This is what I was talking about, where
the aspect of Ares.
Yeah, look at this. This is crazy. So I just shoot my blast and I get into it. At level 1, it gives me a 15% bonus to all damage I do. All damage from all sources. That's just the first level. This goes up to like, what, 15? God, I don't even know. 75? It's more than that, I think. It's a lot. It's a huge damage bonus on this sucker. I feel like it's really, I mean, I think all the guns are cool and fun, but this one feels just completely unbalanced compared to everything else in terms of sheer damage output. Speed of damage output too. The other thing I want is Aspect of Poseidon. So this, in fact, I'm gonna pump another point into that, and I'm actually gonna do an Aspect of Poseidon run this time. So this sword is amazing. What it does is it's basically the caster sword. It makes it so it just passively buffs your spell. So right now, I think I'm getting 30%. Is that what it said? No, 20. So right now my spells passively do 20% more damage just because I have this weapon on. The other thing about it is if my cast is in someone and I do my special, it knocks them out. So instead of having to wait, I just special and get them all back. It's completely ridiculous, and it makes it possible for you to do all kinds of fun builds where you're focusing on a spell cast instead of your melee attack. Right? I mean, you can do a hybrid, of course, but it gives you the ability to really heavily focus on spell casting, which is kind of fun. And especially, again, early on when you don't have very much happening, it's pretty solid choice, I think. Maybe get some chain lightning rocking around here. Well, see, this is just mean. I wish these were in the opposite order. I'm tempted to just take this out of spite and then get electric shot in a minute. I could take this as well and then have everyone get electrocuted when I'm knocking my spells out. I feel like it's a test. Alright. It'll be fine. As you can see, that's kind of a chunky enemy early on anyways, and that's still enough to kill it, so. My spell cast is buffed by 20% passively, so that does help quite a bit. They already do quite a bit of damage. Spell is pretty powerful. Certainly at this point when enemies are pretty weak, it just hits pretty hard on its own. But yeah, I think the Poseidon sword is really fun, and it's certainly, I think, a pretty, gives you a lot of versatility and being like, okay, well, what kind of build can I do? You can do a lot with very little with this and have a pretty large, you know, it's powerful. It's powerful without having to do very much. Oops. See what kinds of interesting things I can get. If I've got like a chain lightning build going on. Ooh, hammer. I need to have some fun. Something fun to mix with it.
Heads up.
Oh, sloppy. You know, I don't think I've ever used Piercing Wave before. I would want to take Supernova, just because, you know, improving on the special is always great, and it makes it quite large and damaging. However, I'm curious about this.
Let's go, Stygius.
Why not? Besides, if we're going to be jumping around, shooting ball lightning everywhere, it kind of goes with it thematically. Oh wow, it's actually a little better than I was afraid it might be too. I was thinking it was going to be some tiny thin little thing, like only have one on the screen at a time or something. It's actually fairly decent looking. I'm so going to get myself killed. Poseidon boss. Well, one thing that's nice is the chain lightning on this guy is pretty good. He deals with for the most part, deals with the ads pretty effectively. It helps when I'm not standing in the lasers though. Still find a way to punish myself on this boss somehow.
There we go.
Oh shoot, I think I needed to... I don't think I had his gem yet, or whatever it's called. Well, shoot. Yes, we're going to, man, that's a bummer. I really don't want, I don't want any of that. Tempest Flourish sounds like it'll be fun though, kinda. All of these are kind of a bad thing. That one though, I don't want it on my main attack, because it's knocking enemies away with my normal attack. It's going to be really, really annoying. I also don't want it on my dash, because I want to dash up to them to hit them, right? This, I just need to make sure it hits them, and it'll get my stuff out of them. So, it's going to be okay to have knockback on that. And actually, it might even be pretty fun, because look how big that is. Yeah, so now I can get in the middle of guys and launch that so I can slam them into walls, that's a really good way to do a good chunky bit of damage to a large group of people, as I just demonstrated. Oh man, they're gonna make me pick between Poseidon and the shop. That sucks. I gotta do the shop though. For one, choices are good, but also I'm low on life, and hopefully I'll be able to buy some.
Charon's shop.
Yep. All right. So
I can use this.
yeah. All right. We're just gonna take Divine Dash. It's cheeky, but we don't have better options right now. And yeah, we're gonna build up our chain lightning a little bit. Talk to Karen. I'm not gonna give him nectar right now though. We're saving it for a few other people. We're already on good terms with him. a Tuesday. Wait. Oh, it was a Tuesday. Is a Tuesday. Wow. Excuse me, everyone. I'm just had a moment there. Don't mind me. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and take that. And go in for the darkness.
I see you here.
Yeah, I should be using my sword laser more effectively. Well, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. Not exactly the strongest pick, I feel, but it is fun. I like having sword lasers.
Every time.
Yeah, every time. Why you gotta be like that? It's always depressing when you have a shop and you don't have enough money to buy anything. I can buy key though, at least there's that. We do need those after all.
I'll take it. Please be Meg.
Okay, now I'm gonna try to not totally screw this up.
What, you mean to say Meg never told you?
Well, we'll find out. I've got
Yeah, so that's... I'm actually gonna get so much more bang for my buck just deflecting her own shots back at her when she does that. Which is kind of funny. Well, it doesn't help me when she goes invulnerable, though. That's not fun. Why you gotta be like that? Of course, she waits to do that too, right when I'm talking about taking advantage of her doing that attack.
She's psyching up.
She gotta make me look stupid. Like, as if I need any help with that. Ah, shucks. So yeah, I just run around in circles here. Sure I don't actually kill myself on the darn traps. Oh, that scared me. I actually thought I died for a second there. That's kind of funny. It's like, no, okay, I actually won. Well, that's good. My mind just went into panic mode and was like, oh, dude, what did you do? You had her. It's like, no.
Let's keep going. Which one?
So yeah, alright, we got that going on. I'm trying to think, here in this zone, I kind of feel as though we should throw that chaos egg down and see if we can't get something wacky going on. Chaos and Karen Wells are going to be our quickest route to the most power right now, right? So yeah, let's throw caution to the wind and see if we can't get something wacky from playing with chaos. And while we're at it. Okay, yeah, we should probably heal because we're gonna do stupid stuff.
Next floor.
Hopefully we're gonna do stupid stuff. There should be a chaos well right here, and probably, well, maybe there will be.
The Bone Hydra awaits.
Oh, not yet.
That blasted Hydra must be back
So we'll
by
get to play with Hermes stuff for a second at least. Maybe we'll get one of those real slick boons that we were talking about. No, he's been kind of punk about what he's offering here.
I'm empty.
Sandwiches.
Didn't come back.
I gotta say, I'm not a violent person, but I'm glad that, generally speaking, you know, when you beat up people, that they don't just like drop sandwiches.
Poseidon got to you before I did this. I let him.
Perfect
He's under the impression
sandwiches.
He's his prize ever.
Now, if you go to a sandwich shop and you start punching people, then you'll find that they drop sandwiches quite frequently. However, you'll also find that the sandwiches tend to fall apart upon being thrown onto the ground due to punching. I mean, I would assume. Oh, hey, so here's what I was talking about. So these are all really good, right? The cast speed we're probably not going to need this time around, due to the nature of, I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but I don't think it's very necessary. Specialist faster is just nice in general, but this is early enough. I think we should definitely go with side hustle.
Moving right
Because
along.
again, that's so much money. It adds up so fast. Anything I can sell that I don't want? I could sell that Tempest Flourish, but I actually think I kind of like it. I'm gonna keep it. I think we're good. I think we'll keep everything. Oh, well, I say that and then I sell something by accident. That's okay. I'm probably gonna be really sad here in a second when I wind up having to fight a room full of stupid ghosts. I don't have my deflect anymore. But maybe I'll get something better. One thing's for sure, I need more damage. Right now I'm very, very lacking in damage. That's unfortunate. I stubbornly made silly choices. I'm not gonna take this epic. I'm gonna take this dumb thing. I'm gonna make it work.
Must be the last of them.
It'll be fine. Ow. It's gonna be amazing. Everyone's gonna love it.
Time to collect. That's a relief.
Let's see, what do we got? Ooh, Poseidon and Zeus. Well, that's an easy decision. Of course, we're gonna get the holy crap kicked out of us, but it's gonna be worth it. Now, both of these guys are kind of annoying to deal with. I'm not sure who I want to take.
You're making me choose.
I'll take Zeus.
you, Zagreus.
Give me another chance at it. Alright, fine. We're taking the lightning strike this time.
That's definitely not the choice I would have made, nephew. Because
It's probably
for me
the
to
worst
side against
choice.
Myself, why, that would make no sense at all.
Sight won't like this. Looks like I.
Oh my god. Terrible. This is not good. Oh, that really hurts. Ho 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 ho. Wow. Do not like this way. See Poseidon's blade is flying around there. It's knocking me into the lava. Oh, it does a pretty darn good chunk of damage too. Yeah, I should have taken this. Not like that.
Almost had me.
Wow, yeah, I got wrecked.
No need to fight about this.
Rupture. That'll do.
Got to keep pushing.
Please let me buy some. Yes.
Here then.
So yeah, a lot of the time you'll be able to buy Kiss of Styx, which is the recharge of your Death Defy, right? But they cost 200, which I did not have, so that would have been a bummer. I really want to go and get more Poseidon knockback stuff, but I have no deflection right now, and I really should get some deflection. Really not comfortable with this not having deflection thing. Ooh, but you know what? I'm probably just not going to survive the spawn, so we'll see. Oh shoot, I needed to give Athena the... I forgot.
all share the same
I
demeanor,
need to
Halcyon,
remember
eye
to
eye.
give them
Though
nectar.
all of us, I think, wish you the best.
Yeah, alright, so we're getting our...
Protection.
Get the dash back, but it's better. And of course, now we have a Chaos Gate. And, this is the worst time. Because we're gonna have to... We go down here and take any of the things, we're gonna have to fight the boss under the effects of chaos. With no Death Defy. It's very frustrating. Almost certainly is going to kill me. Absolutely, yes. And of course we have to do it, because I bear the Cosmic Egg. Gosh darn it. And this run has been just, you know, basically almost entirely bad choices. So we're gonna stick with that theme.
As we become acquainted, son of Hades, I shall make myself quite clear in one respect.
Lack of patience for discussion. Cool, got it.
Merely listen, so it's just like when I get those messages from the Olympians. Wait, you did just prompt me, Master.
I cannot offer you advice.
Yeah, I guess you just remain silent and look how bad it's gonna be for me. Okay, so these aren't terrible. We can go for super crazy ridiculous gold build, though I don't know if we're going to make it far enough for it to matter. This first one is basically, unfortunately, a death sentence at this point. I would like to do it, but then this one is amazing. Like that would turn our cast into just complete monster Godslayer of hit points. This one would be awesome because we can have so much money. We already have side hustle going too, so that would really add up quick. Overall, we'd be able to buy a whole lot of stuff, which is pretty awesome. I think we got to go with this one though, and it's gonna be a pain in the butt. I have a lot of little bombs getting thrown at us from all over the place, unfortunately.
The fates have been kind, I guess.
That's one of those fountains. So yeah, those heal for more now as we just improved them at the contractor. And again, Dionysus has an ability where they full heal you and give you a permanent damage buff for each one that you drink. Alrighty then, we gotta get this side in action.
Ladies, you have met my brother Zeus. He's sometimes known as King of all the gods.
Ooh, we're getting a dual buff.
You know better than to say such things about me, I should think. Anyway, as I was saying, little ladies, brother Zeus is...
What do they got? Sea Storm. Awesome. That is excellent. So yeah, anytime I hit anything with knockback, they're struck by lightning. So this is going to be fun. So now we want to just focus on like lightning effects and knockback effects.
I can use this.
And we should be good. And then of course, since we're rocking the Poseidon sword, we can get our spells back immediately with a quick special unleash, which also causes knockback, which will electrocute you.
Hydra, you look different.
Barrier. Yeah, so that's just fairly decent damage. There's still other stuff I can get that will improve it. Gosh darn it, I need to stop letting myself get hit by bombs. That's freaking chaos. So yeah, I'm like, right now the stupid boss has the chaos boon, where all of these enemies, when they die, everything shoots, throws a little last hit bomb out, which is great. Love having chaos during a boss fight. If I survive, it'll be it'll be worth it, but it's a big if. Okay, I should be more careful. These deflections go a long way. Too bad that he's invincible during this phase. Alright, now I just need to not be dumb. Yeah, that was... knocking his own shots back at him is where most of the damage comes from. At least right there it did. I got really lucky.
Nice.
And he just, I guess actually, I think it's not so much luck as I just am used to. I'm used to him further in the game, and his pattern is not quite as just blatantly, overtly abusable in the same sense.
Maybe I should switch.
Yeah, like that was just crazy. Him just sitting there like shooting reflectable shots back to back makes it really, really easy to kill him fast, which is nice. Good for me. So yeah, this is probably our best bet. Well, I don't want to sell any of that. Whoops. Sold the big one. Controls are a little different. On the upside,
to the top. Done.
that may help us out a little bit. And do we still have... Yeah. So we have a decent chunk of cash. With luck, we're going to be able to purchase Death Defy. I need more HP. There's also a person I can find here that would be great because they'll give me all of my Death Defies back. Right now I only have one, but I think you get up to 3. And they'll give you all 3, which is amazing. Been so many runs that have had come down to almost nothing, and then gotten all of them back, and then was able to complete it. And it's really great if you can get to that person and not need your Death Defies, because you can also get... They have a heal, one that makes it so you heal for a pretty sizable chunk for the next few rooms. I think like only 3 or something, which is fine. But the other one is like, I think 60% more damage from on your attack for like 10 rooms. It's crazy. It might not be quite those numbers, but it's really good. And I do remember it is 10 rooms, I'm pretty sure, or 10 encounters. It's quite long. That one's quite impressive for sure. But you know, usually me being kind of crappy at the game, I wind up needing to get, you know, my Death Defies back there, so I don't wind up capitalizing on it. I've gotten to the point in my run that's, you know, much farther in, with several clears, that if I have, you know, a decent amount of life and I have 2 Death Defies, then I'll take the attack boost, unless I'm doing a run where I don't really use my attack, because it only affects your actual attack. It's not... Oh shoot, what am I doing? It's not all damage. I'm gonna die. I forgot about the bombs from Chaos. Derp. Wow, that was really close.
Chaos boon evolved a new effect.
But yeah, it only affects your normal attack. Like, it doesn't affect anything else. Like, it doesn't affect your special or, you know, god powers, like cast or anything. So that's important, but it's a lot. And so if you're doing any kind of a build that utilizes your normal attack, it's a very, very good boost to have. Absolutely yes. And yes. And why not? At this point, we're just kind of pillaging. If we can get more gems and darkness before we die, take it. Take the money and run. So, this is built up. Ooh. Really wish I hadn't sold that by accident. That was one of the main things I wanted to build around, was that thunder, what's it called? The storm. Whenever they get knocked back, they get struck by lightning. That's a really, really good ability. Hopefully I'm gonna get another chance at that sucker.
Much better.
More darkness. Darn it. Yep. Oh, here goes nothing. Hopefully. This is not the end. Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Excellent.
I was concerned. Thought that was gonna go way worse. Okay, I believe that's probably Asterius, and I really don't feel like fighting him right now. So, oh, now I wish I had. I hate these little guys. If I can just get to that stupid... Now watch, I'm not even going to find them this run, probably. Because I really need it. Really need that depth of high. Or just a Karen well that has Kiss of Sticks would be fine. I mean, either one. I'm not picky. There we go. All this money and nothing to do with it. Too much of a side hustle. Okay, there we go. There's a shop. That's helpful. We got Ares. Oh no.
We can switch to a different boon.
We definitely do not want to replace this. Okay, this one's actually really good. This is also good. But I don't have a call yet. And Ares is like the best one in terms of damage. So I'm gonna take that. And it fixes the life problem a little bit at least. Slightly better shape. I'm still really, really, really hoping that I'm gonna find dudes. Boy howdy. life situation ain't looking too great. Yeah, so Ares turns you into one of those spinning rift blades, and you're invulnerable during that time. And it's really good damage. You have really good control, so you can kind of like just sit on top of single powerful enemies or bosses, and really burn them. Also go through guys with shields, you know, to get behind them and hit them in the back, for example. Pretty darn good. I would say it's one of the best calls in the game. The other cool thing about it too is that it's susceptible to numerous Ares abilities that affect the blade rifts. So there's a whole bunch of them that, you know, make it so they hit more often, that they do more damage, that they're increased in size, they move faster or more slowly, that they often cause chill, like just all kinds of stuff that improve upon them. And the one that you turn into when you utilize the Call of Ares, actually it does get that all of those benefits, so that's pretty cool. So close to dead. So can't go down there because we'd die instantly, which that would be a funny way to go. I don't know if it'll let me do that or not. Now I kind of want to do it just to see if it'll do that, but of course that'd be the end of the run and that would be depressing. So we will go into the Poseidon door.
Hi there.
Oof. Gotta be a little more careful there. My deflection. Deflection into my own face. Yeah.
What?
Oops. Well, there was the final shot. Never did find that.
To Elysium and back.
Death Defiance. Oh well. Still pretty good overall.
Statues in Elysium have got
We're
to be
at least
a real
making it
sight, no doubt about it.
consistently
But
to
you can't just
Elysium.
stand there and
That's
admire
good.
them, or else they'll shoot you dead like they did just now.
Sure.
Elysium is up in arms again.
You're much too modest, Lord Achilles,
Some more
for someone with
eavesdropping.
such a number of heroic deeds and glorious decapitations to his name. You ought to be more like ever boastful Zagreus and talk it up some more.
Well, we gotta check
Oh,
out
fear not, Orpheus. I was quite boastful in my day.
what Deuce is
Would you
doing.
look at where it got me? Besides,
That's important.
I've not the imagination to come up with tales as tall as those
And
of
we'll
old Prince
see about
Zagreus.
the condition for this next run.
What can I say? I tried.
I just wanted to apologize because I think maybe I didn't act very appropriately last time you spoke to me. But I just really, really like this job, and I promise I will always do my very best, so I just hope...
Deuce, please, there's no need to apologize. You've been doing a wonderful job, really.
What? You really mean it, Prince? Thank you.
How are you finding my old trusty spear, then? Or perhaps you have a preference for my brother's and my sister's former arms? Kept under lock and key.
The weapons in the courtyard. Of course you know about them by now. I stole them. Why not just take them from me?
The thought has long since crossed my mind. However, I'm not fool enough to tamper with those cursed things. They go where they please.
Sounds good.
The long game is impressive.
What's for sale?
to anybody. I don't need to talk to any of you.
I think I need a shave. No way.
There we go. We need 8 more keys to unlock more abilities. Yeah, I'm starting to actually like pass out myself playing. I'm thinking about like, oh look, a shield run. Let's see about doing a little bit of that maybe. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it. Yeah, like, shields are interesting.
My aspect of Aegis
Oh
became
shoot, I
stronger.
didn't mean to do that either. I keep hitting the wrong darn button. But going back and forth between the Switch and the PS4 controller is messing me up. Let's see here. That's okay. I was thinking about building it up anyways. Luckily there's lots of Titan's blood to be earned right now. I wonder... This would be a good time we can look at this. See how this rocks with no boons.
So the strangest thing happened, like...
Calm down, Skelly.
I don't have
That's
time. No time for your shenanigans, Skelly. Just gotta break it. Break it down. I wonder if it would behoove us to avoid certain
You're not
things.
alone.
Starting Artemis, that's pretty awesome. Though, not getting what I was hoping here. Shoot. Feeling a dash strike, I guess.
Fix that for you.
So I really want to try to see about the benefits from this bracer of Sisyphus. But as soon as you get a boon on something, it loses its extra potency, right? And man, it's a huge bonus. What is it, like 50% or something? Right now? It goes up to 80, I think. 40%. Yeah, so my attack, special, and casting deal 40% while not empowered by a boon. That's pretty wacky. But again, it's hard to work around. Let's see. So I think my attack now is already empowered. Even though it's only for my my dash. I'm pretty sure like it's part of my attack. So I'm pretty sure that counts as my attack being empowered. So just even me doing this, I think, has lost that 40% bonus on attack. So because of that, with that in mind, that being my assumption, I'm hoping to get an attack buff from Aphrodite. Ooh, which I'm glad I said that because that reminds me we need to gift her.
Lady Aphrodite, I am truly blessed simply to have made your acquaintance,
So we can get her keepsake.
Lasting relationships are built on reciprocity. So if you lavish me with gifts, why, what am I to do but give you something in return?
So all the more reason we wanted to come here. Now hopefully we'll get an attack boost from her.
Told me that the shade of the great hero called Achilles now resides within your
Aphrodite's boon on attack
someday.
is the biggest percentage. So if you're just going for like huge numbers, that's the one you want. She does, but unfortunately it's the weak version. That's okay. We'll still take it. Now we also inflict weak, so that's good. All of this is good. Now we can just Captain America everybody. It's like, yeah, I've been playing like I was using like a sword or something instead of a shield. Captain America shield. The shields are really fun. I do really enjoy these weapons, and especially the final one that you unlock is really fun. It's kind of interesting. You don't cast spells. You pump your spells into your shield basically, and then when you do your bull rush kind of move here, where you have your shield up and you dash forward, it causes like an explosion where it does an AoE burst and it sets off the spells that you put into it.
Shiny.
So that one's actually really cool. And then there's another one where when you throw your shield, it moves slowly and it's very large, and it kind of works almost like one of the Ares blade rifts, but it persists and it moves around and you can recall it when you're ready to.
Hello, sir.
Pretty intriguing, pretty fun. Then the other one is after you do your shield rush like this, you have extra shields. So you got your main shield, and then you also throw up to like 4 or 5 more, I think. So that one's also pretty cool. Like, all the shields are really good.
Hey, Prince, I heard you showed that Fury sister the what for. Is that the...
I don't think she'll be out of commission for very long. She'd best find you.
We've already got his thing, but, you know, we're trying to keep up relations and all that. I'm just gonna get money from him to try to push ever forward. Probably shouldn't give him any nectar. It's not really, I don't think. Oh, well, no, it's good to kind of push all that with him, because we want to get to the point where we can talk to Boldy, the boulder here, enough. He actually gives us a summon, which is really cool. So we actually get to summon Boldy, and he drops on our enemy. And not just does he doesn't just drop on him, he drops on him just as much damage, but also he breaks and leaves behind like some healing items, some darkness, gold. It's like one of the side boons. He just gives you a bunch of stuff. Sunken treasure or something like this. So yeah, Boldy has that effect as well, which especially, you know, when you're weak and you don't have a justify or a boss fight, you don't want to die, you know, that can be really handy. Do massive damage to the boss and also get a heal. Like, definitely pretty useful. So, oh man, like, I'm trying to keep, I just don't think this thing is worth it. It makes me want to take Heartbreak Flourish. I can keep going without it for now. We'll take Aphrodite's Aid. So that's a pretty good call. Does a pretty hefty chunk of damage, but it also causes Charm, which is actually pretty darn good. You can still attack a charmed enemy, they won't attack you. They will attack other enemies, take damage from other enemies, and from their own attacks that were targeted at you when they're on the other side. They will hurt themselves effectively, which is interesting. Like AoE kind of stuff. and it can be really fun, some of the stuff that can happen with Charm. But yeah, it can be really good on some of these bosses. I was really happy to see that. In a lot of games, you know, when you have an ability like Charm, it doesn't work on bosses, or if it does, it works very, very poorly. But in this one, it's actually a fairly effective strategy. I had one run where Charm was actually like the primary way that I beat it. I had it set up so that my God Gauge couldn't charge beyond 1. I can only have 1 charge on it, on my call meter. But it charged passively, and it also charged like when I did critical damage, and it also charged when for me like doing and taking damage. So I was just like, it was basically just full constantly. And I could just stun lock bosses, like just charm them to death, pretty much. It was pretty amazing. So that was fun. It's cool to see things like that come together. What? Oh, you little punk. Hiding over here in the corner. Oh, it still full healed me, so it doesn't really matter. I guess any more, and it would have been a waste anyways. Let's see. Well, none of this is especially interesting to me at the moment.
Should come in useful.
Just getting that just to make things stay topped off. But yeah, nothing particularly great.
Security.
Oh, well, I'm glad I did. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm starting to really get super sleepy. But yeah, we gotta survive Dad's fumes for 45 seconds, so probably gonna want those food bonuses by the time it's over. These are a little bit annoying. I do wish that you got something, I guess, got something more for them. Which, I mean, I understand. There's really no reason you should. It's just a, you know, survive it room, gauntlet. Health is one of your resources, don't lose too much here. But man, it's mean. It reminds me of, you know, there's a whole bunch of examples in like Castlevania games and stuff like that where you'll go into a room that easily could have been a secret, or there could be something important there, and it's just a death trap room. Like, it's just there to hurt you and to make you sad. There's no good item in there. So this is fun. We're gonna get a hammer and Ares thing. Okay, so we can charge our special with this. It's nice. A dash attack for the special. Ooh. That's really good. So I want either charged flight or empowering flight. I think I want empowering flight.
Power.
Gosh darn it. Oh, maybe we'll actually get something interesting going with it this time. Last time we had a part of something with Ares Blade Rifts, and then it never really came together, unfortunately. So maybe we can try to get something to happen. I'll try to focus on it. Also, I need to remember that I need Ares keepsake.
Delicious.
Haven't gotten it yet.
Now what?
Alright. Fury time. Which I'm not exactly packing a lot of heat for this fight. Yeah, so after this, for sure, we're getting rid of the shackle, because we've lost all benefit from it. Like, we still don't have... Our special is unmodified, so... Our special is hitting 40% harder, but a lot of the stuff that we can get
One Fury Sister
on that would have made it hit harder than that and give it other effects, so... Really just... yeah, that item is interesting. Okay, so important to remember I have a shield, so I can actually block. I almost fell asleep fighting her right here. Definitely getting that extremely heavy eyelid nodding off thing going on. My bad. Luckily the autopilot wasn't too terrible. That could have gone way worse considering. Yeah, so there's a couple of times I just charmed her just to get free damage. For one, the charm itself, when Aphrodite hits them, they take 2,500 damage, which is a pretty sizable chunk. But then also, she's charmed for like 5.5 seconds, I think, with my current power, which is a decent little window where she's not trying to hit me, that I can just be beating the crap out of her. So it's a win-win.
I ought to lock you up in Tartarus.
So yeah, we're definitely gonna not use that anymore. And what do we want? Yeah, sure, let's go with some Artemis. Unless want crit. It's not crazy enough. I also am not taking this because it's going to spawn a Chaos Gate right here. And it'll probably be at the same time as like a hammer or something annoying. And I just don't want to deal with that. Also, we just recovered from the savage beatdown that we had taken, and we're doing well at the moment. We don't need to jeopardize that for nothing. Cascade would be nice, though.
Come.
More than that, what's wrong with me? I need to go to bed. I am absolutely very, very tired. Yeah, just standing there while bombs just rain on my face. Oh dear. So many explosions. This is not going well in particular. I also wonder if Charm, oh my god, this is bad. I wonder if Charm buffs them, or if they're the same as they are when they're not charmed.
Simple.
Or if they're, you know, if they're weaker, they're stronger, whatever. I'm curious about that. I'm not sure.
Extra blessing.
Oh, Artemis. Oh yeah, here we go. We have to do this. So you've got, like, you know, one of these events, one of these people of interest in each area. They're pretty much always the option you want to take. Right.
In Asphodel reverberates the...
You watch yourself, old man.
Just the ingredient I needed, hun. Thank you so much. You know, you weren't near as bad as I...
Oh, don't worry. We're still getting to know each other. Plenty of time for me to live up to my notorious reputation. Though I'm surprised you've heard of me at all.
So all of the stuff you can get from her,
How can you cook so much with all the searing heat around
all
this
of
part?
it's really good.
Has it been magma flooded like this all the time?
The searing heat? I am dead, your royal majesty. Searing...
So this one makes it so 2 of the boons that we already have get an actual upgrade in their rarity, which is really awesome. Unfortunately, totally random. Likewise, random, 4 of our boons get a level up. So, pretty cool. Then this next one makes it so the next 3 boons that we find have upgraded rarity. So, this one's nice, especially because, you know, there's not like a percentage or anything going on here. They just straight up are going to have upgraded rarity, which is really cool. However, I'm going to go with this and hope that I get a couple of the ones that I really want upgraded. Hunter dash slicing. Okay, slicing shot. I'm glad that upgraded. The dash, yet again, really did not need an upgrade.
Take care.
Could have done without that one. Oh my god. These frickin' bounce bomb dudes are the worst. Nah, they're not even that bad. It's like, there's these. I haven't even gotten there in this file yet, but in the final zone, the River Styx, there's a whole bunch of satyrs, and they shoot poison, and they really are just the worst. Oops, I'm just lobbing. They are just awful, awful, awful.
I'm empty.
They have tons of life. move fairly quickly. They fire fairly quickly and fairly accurately, and I cannot hit anything to save my life right now. I am getting hit by everything. So maybe it balances out. But yeah, those satyrs are the worst. They're just terrible.
Here goes nothing. I'll take this one.
Nope, definitely not going down there now, especially. This is a good place to die. I will die probably, I'm so tired. Alright, screw it. This final stand. Oh, it's the boat. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, excuse me. Heavens. Not usually so incredibly yawny. Oh well. Saw that the tedium of climbing one's way out of the depths of the netherworld over and over again. Having friends like Sisyphus.
Welcome.
Oh no!
Yeah, whoops. Oh well. Anyways, that was fun. And progress was definitely made. Again, a lot of it's sometimes slow progress, especially in these first several runs. That slow power creep. Certainly in my case.
Makes this mirror.
Satisfying though. Somehow managed to dodge a bunch of keys that time. But yeah, really enjoying this game quite a bit. Ooh, hey. That is maximum value. Oh, there's one thing.
Here's the gemstones then.
Okay, so this is fun. One last thing before I sign out. We have 20 keys now, so we can unlock this next part.
What more potential do I
Yeah.
have?
Very cool. So now we have more stuff that we can spend our darkness on. Privileged status here. Bonus damage versus foes affected by at least 2 status curse effects. 20% per rank. So that's pretty good. Not too shabby. And then Olympian Favor here is pretty wicked. Raises chances for the better boons, rares, and whatnot. So this is pretty great. Then what's also interesting though is that you can switch these, and there's a whole flip side to all these abilities. And so for several of these I need to go ahead and start working on that.
Maybe like this.
But a lot of these I actually prefer the ones that they're already on. Yeah, here's the one I was thinking of. Dark Regeneration. So you get restore life whenever you get darkness. That's in lieu of right now, whenever I go through a door I get 3 life. I prefer this Dark Regeneration to that quite a bit. Death Defiance will go up to 3 ultimately, So that's one that, you know, early on especially, you want to save for. More lives better, for sure, right? So, but I've been going out of my way to kind of build up everything, just to, I wanted to get a different experience this time, basically. Instead of just sitting there, sitting on a bunch of darkness and saving up for like one thing for a long period of time. I did do it initially because I wanted one Death Defiance for sure, but I'm getting to the point where I should at least be able to make some good progress without more. We'll see. We'll do some runs here where we focus specifically on earning darkness, and that'll make a big difference. You'll see those numbers jump up pretty fast. Anyways, lots of fun. Thanks, everybody. Highly recommend this game if you're into this type of stuff. It is very fun, very well made, very charming. And it's just satisfying. It's definitely one of those games that it's hard to stop playing. You just want to do just one more run, which is dangerous. You have to be careful with it. Alright. Be well, everyone. Love and peace.